Naples Tower, Air Center 75 is at Air Center ramp, requesting taxi for departure to the southeast with information whiskey. Air Center 75.
5, taxi via Alpha, cross runway 32, you're going to give way to 1 jet, just came off at Alpha 4.
Taxi via Alpha, cross at Alpha, runway 23, giving way to jet, Air Center 75.
Pittsburgh Jet 80, we going to Naples Aviation?
Affirmative, Pittsburgh Jet 80.
Pittsburgh Jet 80, cross
He knows what you're doing, but it's 3-2, 2-3 would have been this runway.
Ground from Charlie Golf.
I was staring at it while I was talking.
Yeah.
Charlie Golf, stand by. Everybody stand by.
Charlie Golf, stand by.
Okay, taxiing. Checking the runway, there's a jet in front of us.
That's the one we're giving way to, so.
Yep, just give it some space, right?
Yeah, he'll be gone before we get there.
Okay. Airspeed is alive. Well, airspeed,
some of
ground
that.
speed. 10.
Charlie Golf, Papa Golf Alpha, and you're ready to taxi?
Affirmative, sir. Both engines running.
Papa Golf Alpha, roger. Runway 5 at Delta 1, intersection departure. Taxi via Delta, cross 32.
Okay, Delta 1 departure for runway 5, Delta cross 32, Papa Golf Alpha.
16, we don't want to get too much faster than this.
Yep.
Take some power out. 900.
Get all the AC we can get before we get up there.
Oh, please. I need to put the Wi-Fi on this checklist because I usually miss it.
It's 710 Alpha X-ray.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yes,
like,
sir,
it's a
roger.
little,
X-ray.
you know, it's not like we absolutely need it, but I know what you mean. Yeah.
Flight plan, so just checking, verifying the routing,
Okay,
I've been in every airplane, so my iPad automatically connects. It's just like, oh.
Yes, let me see if there's 2 in the system.
Check left, check right.
That's
Happy.
good.
Ground FBO25 Field Truck, Jet Center, GA.
FBO25, proceed GA via Alpha Perimeter Road, no, Delta Perimeter Road Alpha.
Delta Promote Alpha 25 Field Truck, thank you.
0 Alpha X-ray, we're only showing the one that's active in the system.
Fantastic, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Ground to Rock 34 IFR to Lima, November Kilo.
Ooh, we got an amphib coming down.
Ground Phenom 505.
They have wheels underneath there.
Yep.
Okay.
Runway 5, need to taxi back to Naples Aviation.
5 November Golf, roger, hold position. Very, very low power. You're not supposed to be in that run-up area.
Yeah, we've been idle here.
Oh, he's in our run-up area.
5 Alpha 4 for Naples Aviation.
Give him some time to get out.
85 Naples Ground, cross Alpha to Park. Happy day.
This will be interesting. Slow yourself down a bit, actually.
Commissioner 75, when you get down to Alpha 1, just pull in there out of the way. I'm going to bring that jet back at you opposite direction.
Roger. Air Center 75.
We're pulling Alpha 1.
Roger's
Fine, November Golf. You can start back on Alpha.
He just wants to know, like,
opposite direction.
you know, if you're given an instruction, just make sure you repeat the actual instruction. So, like, for example, when he's like, go ahead and pull into Alpha 1, and if you just say Roger, I mean, like...
Air Center 75, your choice. You can either depart Alpha 1, or after the jet passes, you can go full
Happy to
length.
depart Alpha 1.
Yeah, we'll do it, Alpha 1.
Happy to depart Alpha 1, Air Center 75.
All right, Roger.
Cool.
Long enough runway, I think.
Oh, yeah, plenty. Yeah, he's spinning around, so...
We can do our run-up holding short, right?
Yep, so we'll do that. Once he passes behind us and gets out of our way, we'll go ahead and just angle ourselves a little bit that direction, so kind of like... almost aim towards that sign for a little bit.
Now?
Kind of like, yeah, like this.
Okay.
5 November Golf, are we going to keep the flight plan open
just
for
wait,
you?
Wait for him to go through.
Good, let me just figure out where I am.
Not that I don't think he'll mind our prop
Brakes on
wash.
park.
Ground 172 Foxtrot Papa with you, clearing up Bravo. We're going to the
Throttle
fuel form on the north
1000
side of the
RPM.
launch rack.
17 Fox Papa, Naples Ground, Roger.
Fuel
Welcome
selector
back to
change.
Naples, taxi in via Alpha.
On.
Okay, going Alpha, 2 Foxtrot Papa, thanks.
5
Changing
November Golf,
checks.
continue on Alpha, cross runway 32 to
Check
park.
run-up area is clear.
Continue on Alpha 32 to
Check.
park. And cross 32 to park, 5 November Golf.
You're good. Check. Mixture full rich. Throttle 2000 RPM. Oh, that wind is nice.
Uh-huh.
Let's drop the RPM slightly. Temps and pressures are in the green. Warning lights, none. Carb heat. Got to drop to 870. Back up to 220. Mags, left, right, both. Left. Got to drop 50, that's 70.
Ground Silver Rock 384, IFR to Lima, November Kilo.
Yeah, got an equal drop, happy with that. Throttle oil, so I'll bring this back to...
Did you do the carb heat?
Idle. I did the carb, sorry?
Sorry,
you did the carb heat?
in one of our
I did
boards
the carb
here.
heat, yes.
I was blocked by this thing, so I couldn't tell if you
384,
snagged
looking to
it.
pick up our IFR.
Okay, throttle back to 1,000.
Naples ground, cleared Lima November Kilo Airport, as filed, maintain 2,000.
Okay, make sure.
Expect flight level 43010 minutes.
Set. Nav set. Flight instruments check set. Rudder stabilizer.
Paris Air 356, extend down when I'll call your
Flight
base turn.
controls full and free. Captain's free. If we have any issues with available runway left, we haven't rotated, we're going to hit the brakes, cut the throttle, come to a safe stop and depart as soon as possible. Any issues just after rotation and there's available runway, we're going to look to land, cut the throttle and depart the runway as soon as possible. Any issues with the engine, under 1,000 feet with no available runway, we're going to look to land somewhere straight ahead, not turning more than 20 degrees left or right. Above 1,000 feet, if possible, and there's an engine failure, we're going to look to circle back and land on any available runway if it's safe to do so. Do you have any questions?
Sounds good. Just make sure you add what that's,
touch and go?
you said, you know, what it's for. I like to add a little bit in there with the electrical issues, like if we have an alternator failure or some sort of electrical problem on the climb out, we would just stay in the pattern, come back around.
But you did a touch and go. Where are you going now? Paris Air 340.
Radios are set to tower. Doors, windows, I've got my window, you've got your door.
Paris Air 340, where are you going now?
All right, fuel pump.
I was staying at the bottom.
Mixture, rich.
Okay, all right, make left traffic then, thank you. Reporting to the left down.
Collision lights are on.
Left traffic
Transponder set. Departure clearance.
Charlie Golf Alpha, Charlie Alpha, need to start turn right heading 060,
You guys just did a touch and go, wasn't supposed to.
Left to take off runway 5, right heading 060.
Is that similar to a go-around or not really?
No, he was asked to land, and
to land, one jet departure party arrival.
he did a touch and go. They were like, where are you going? And he's like, remain in the pattern. She's like, okay. All right.
Right, good to go?
Yep, and now we're at Alpha 1 instead of Alpha.
Okay. Let's wait for this guy to take the runway. Naples Tower, Air Center 75 is holding short runway 5 at Alpha 1, ready for departure.
Air Center 75, Naples Tower, roger.
Raj.
Paris Air 356, one more departure party arrival, thank you.
Traffic inside Paris Air 356.
Oh, God. This guy.
Air Center 75, right on course, runway 5, Alpha 1, clear for takeoff.
Right on course, clear for takeoff, Air Center 75.
All right.
Paris Air 340, extend your left down when you're following company traffic, just over the stern line, 700 feet.
Hotel Ground 2, looking for left traffic and extend the onward for 1 reverse, Paris Air 340.
Charlie Golf Alpha, Charlie Alpha, contact from Rice Project, have a good day.
Good day, ma'am.
Okay. We're good to follow that jet, right? Without the,
Yes, sir.
the downwash and everything?
We should be fine.
Vortexes. Okay, full throttle. Mixture rich, fuel pumps on. Just confirming. Bit of right rudder. 45. 50. 57, rotate. Looking to climb up to best rate of climb, 79. Trying to stay over the runway. Bit more right rudder. 79.
Paris Air 340.
Paris Air 340, follow company traffic number 2, runway 5, clear, touch and go.
Number 2,
She's giving us a clearance to turn to the right.
Clear to land, Paris Air 340.
Pick up the rate a bit. Adjust the trim. There we we go. We're 300 feet.
We'll go to 3,000.
Beg your pardon?
We'll go to 3,000.
Okay.
If these clouds will allow it.
500. 700 I turn, right?
Yeah, 300 feet within traffic pattern altitude.
Is that a fire?
Looks like it. They were burning stuff out there a week or so ago. Actually right off the approach end for the RNAV 32.
700 feet, turning right.
Sarah, 356, right at Charlie if you have a contact ground, point 6. Thank you.
Unable Charlie, what do you say, 356?
Sarah, 356, okay, right at runway 32 there, to contact ground, point 6, thank you.
It's 45 degrees.
Can you give us the frequency for the ground, but it says 356?
We are full power, sorry, I'm flapping you with this thing.
121.6.
Say again?
I'm flapping you with this thing.
Oh no, you're good.
I think I may have it on the other leg usually.
I like it on your inside leg more than your outside.
Yeah, I'm feeling that now. Okay, so let me just get everything trimmed up nicely. Past 1,000 feet, so we're just going to do our checklist, which I don't have off my memory, but it's a positive rate of climb check.
You want to look right here.
Fuel pump. What's the off to check? Okay, positive rate of climb, flaps, temps, fuel pump, fuel pressure off. Yeah, okay. So, positive rate of climb, fuel pump off. Everything's in the green. Happy with all of that. Let's see if we can keep climbing.
Oh, clouds, what are you at? You're probably like right around.
I think they're about 3.5. I wrote it down.
Yeah. Like a little bit lower than 3.5, but we'll see.
3.5 is what I wrote down.
Boy, that shade makes a difference. And it's back.
I'm just going to look to try and trim this to get it just climbing nicely. Climb to 2.5, do you think? Or should we try going up to...
We'll try going to 3 if we can get it. But we'll see what happens.
The air is a little bit more lively in the afternoon, isn't it?
It definitely is. It's not as friendly for sure.
Okay, so we're going to be doing some maneuvers today, some ground reference maneuvers.
Ground reference, some landings, and a little surprise.
A little surprise?
Yeah.
Shuttle 1,
okay.
sir.
Sheriff's Pad with Whiskey, like to hover taxi to 14 for an east departure, please.
Snakes on planes. Obviously.
Shuttle 1 clear for the numbers of runway 14, altimeter 3006.
If I seem quiet today, it's just because talking is a little painful. Just
that's fine.
That's all. Did you need to cross through, or just going to depart straight from 14 east on?
We can depart right from 14, or if that's okay with you.
Shadow 1, that's approved. Thank you.
2.5. I'm just looking out the window. A little bit of smoke.
Alright, we're outside the airspace, so we don't have to listen to the tower anymore.
Okay, 2.8. So we're gonna...
Oh, 3 will work out perfectly.
Back up my heading, just for practice sake. Okay, we're approaching 3. I'm gonna configure, getting back to 2.3.
Make sure you drop that
Pitch,
nose first and then the
pitch,
power.
power, trim. Okay.
Mainly just because when you drop that nose first, you let that airspeed build up, and then you pull the power. So that way, if you do power first, then pitch, and you trim, well, your airspeed's going to climb while you're, because you pitch down. and you would have trimmed early, then you'll have to retrim. So the idea is if you pitch down and build the airspeed first, by the time you back the power off and put the trim in, it shouldn't be like super fluctuation or a lot of fluctuation with the airspeed.
Okay. Is that Lee County or is that Marco?
What, the airport?
Yeah.
That one's Marco.
Yeah,
If you're thinking of wings south, it's right below us.
Yeah. Okay. See how this flies. Climbing a little bit. Not terrible. 2003, temps and pressures in the green. Fuel pump is off. Moisture is rich.
Yeah, going southeast for down low stuff is nice because there's not a whole lot of nothing out here.
Whole lot of nothing. It's amazing what people have done to this land and just developed it, you know, a bunch of swamp and they've...
I mean, like, I know this area has been getting developed more than just about anywhere in Florida. It's the growth here is exponential. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's beautiful. 2,300. Nav lights, fuel pump, landing lights. In Florida, do you know if there's many times you want to turn on the pitot heater in terms of icing?
I've only done it one time
with these student aircrafts and everything.
So I haven't had to do it since I've been here, but I've only had to do it one time, and that was on an IFR cross country. The only time you're really going to turn on that pitot heat is A, if you are in icing conditions, one, but two, if you are inside visible moisture. So for example, if we were flying within those clouds, prior to going into the clouds, I'd turn on the pitot heat because icing can form if there is visible precipitation or visible moisture.
Okay.
But like where we're at right now, no.
Dropped a little bit, just a little bit of pressure on that yoke.
Nice. And we can turn to the east now, kind of proceed straight out that way. Yeah, look at that. They are burning something out there. All right. You ready for the surprise?
Yep. Okay, best rate of climb, gliding, 73, looking for a landing. We are into wind, so I'm going to land straight ahead on, is that a thing? Okay. Let's get down to, sorry, I'm just going to put the 73. Let's get 73. Okay, seems like we got engine failure. I'm going to check this, check the fuel pump on.
Go ahead and turn the fuel pump on, yeah.
Fuel pump on, change fuel.
So switch the tank?
Switch the tank, okay.
Yep.
Not simulated. switch tank.
Looks good. Nothing there.
Nothing there. Oil pressure's low.
All right, so fuel pump doesn't work. I turn on that carb heat as well.
Carb heat. I'm just looking for a safe area straight ahead of us. There's a lot of these nice roads. I think I'm going to use this one that's straight in front of us, this nice dirt road, so we're lined up into wind.
Okay.
We're not recovering. We're staying at 73. Okay, so I'm going to make my calls. Is that okay?
Go for it.
Okay, Mayday, Mayday. Piper Warrior, Air Center 75 is about 6 miles northeast of Marco. We have engine failure, 2 souls on board. Planning to land on a dirt road out here. Okay, so I'm going to brief you. Okay, so we're going to try and land this on the dirt road straight ahead. Just before we have impact, make sure your seatbelts are tight. Open the door just so if there's any crumple that we can easily get out. And just as we get a bit lower, I'm going to turn the battery master off so we don't have any kind of engine fire or anything like that.
Okay.
I'm sure I'm missing some things, but...
No, that's good. What about the squawk code?
I'm going to squawk 7700.
Okay.
And I'm going to change the radio to, I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's 12, and I can check it down here. Maybe I can check it down here. Check the flight. Okay, we're at 73. That's still good.
I'm just going to clear the engine real quick.
Yep. Okay. Squawking 7700. And I don't think I can see the radio here. Nope, I don't see the radio. What are we doing? Let's lower the speed a little bit. 7.
Now, where on this road are you aiming for? Like, what's your point that you're looking for?
Okay, this is a pretty bad road, but the road next to it seems to have some trees in it. So, my aiming point now is that the water, the puddles,
okay.
And I'm hoping we're going to go about maybe 100 feet past the water.
Okay.
And I do agree in hindsight, maybe this road might be slightly better, but I'm seeing some fairly high trees that will take out the wings.
Yeah.
Here, I don't see anything that will take out the wings. And we are still going into wind, which I like. It's pretty bad. Yeah, I'm committed now, I think. So I'm going to put in flaps.
Go for it.
Okay, going to do flaps. First stage. We're going to try and get our speed to 73. Okay, I'm not too worried about the speed anymore because we've made the runway.
And go around.
Going around, full speed. Keeping the pitch down. Building up airspeed.
Get that first notch out right away.
First notch out. Building. We're happy we're past that speed. Okay, looking for best rate of climb. Full power. Fuel pumps on, mixtures rich.
Okay.
And let me climb a bit steeper.
Sure thing. So, procedurally, that was great. You immediately recognized pitch for best airspeed and find a spot to land, ran through the checklist, did everything you needed to do, contacted ATC, squawked 7700. The only thing I would have thrown on was the ELT. That'd be the next part.
Well, okay, I've never done that. What do you do? Turn
so
it just on one?
Well, you're not going to actually turn it on.
No, but simulate.
Yeah, you would just turn it on. And that would
there's a 2 and a, okay, on is up.
Yeah,
okay.
It would just send a distress signal out. So that way, like if aircraft are, you can turn that fuel pump on while we're climbing. If aircraft are in the area and hear that, they'll pick up that on frequency. They'll be able to get to a spot where like it'll kind of, fade as you get further away and get louder as you get closer, so they can kind of locate you. It's for search and rescue purposes.
Yep.
So you turn that on. The only thing I'll say is I don't mind the decision to pitch straight forward and be like, okay, I'm lined up with this road, so therefore I'm just going to land on this road. But if you looked pretty far ahead, and you kind of were noticing it as we went, got closer to the ground, you're like, oh, this one has a lot of trees down there.
It wasn't the best road choice.
Typically what I like to do is if I have an engine failure, what I'm doing is I'm banking over and I'm looking about where is right around in my area right now that I can get down to. If you were to have banked over right then, there was a clear gravel road that ran north-south that had no trees on either side.
Yep.
So if
that would have been a better choice.
Yeah, so what I would do in the future is if you do have an engine failure or when you do a simulated engine failure, bank over, take a quick look around, do like a circle and be like, okay, do I see anything that's openly available right beneath me? No? Okay, now I'll commit to option 2, which could be a straight ahead or something.
Yeah.
If you do commit to something that's straight ahead, pick a spot, because that's when I asked you, like, oh, where are we aiming? If you noticed on that road, about, like, I don't know how to describe this, but there was a point where there was a lot of trees, then there was little trees, then there was a lot of trees. And I was hoping that you'd say, okay, there's a road that, like, kind of cuts this in half, and it looks like there's no trees after that road for a little bit. That's where we're going to go.
Okay.
So if you're going to pick something in front of you, pick a point on that road. Don't just, like, fly it until you can't. You know what I mean? Pick a point, shoot for it, kind of just like you're doing a normal landing.
Yep.
Okay?
Seeing the clouds, I'm just going to level off here, okay?
Sure. We're actually going to head back down to do ground reference, so.
Sure.
Let's descend and go down. Let's swing it back around to the west, and we'll go right turn.
Okay. Right turn to the west.
And we'll descend down to 1,000.
And descend down to 1,000, so I'm going to pull power. Do we need to demonstrate, because I've not practiced this or done it, do we need to demonstrate like a fire, an emergency descent? Or
you can do an emergency descent. So actually, why don't we do that? So if you are, climb back up to 3,000.
Is emergency descent different to a spiraling turn, like a downward?
It's about the same, but you're just trying to get down as quick as you can.
Okay.
So the idea is, you'll pull, all the power will be out.
Just aiming for that, yep.
Yeah, all the power will be out, and you'll spiral down.
Oh, it's not a power on downward?
No, it's a spiral, because if you do power off and just pitch the nose straight down, you might go too fast. So the idea is to get down as quickly as you can, but without overspeeding.
Okay.
So you'll bank over about 45 degrees, kind of like your steep turn, maybe even more, and you'll spiral down as quickly as you can.
Okay, we're at about 3,000.
So you're just going along, and then bang, engine fire. Bang. So pull that power out.
Pull the power out.
Bank it over. You got smoke all up here. So what you're trying to do is suffocate it. So
okay.
Power all the way out. Get that nose down.
More.
Yep. Bank over further. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Oh,
there you
wow,
go.
This is scary.
Yep. Woo! So right now, what you're trying to do is suffocate that fire. You don't want it to spread anywhere. You just want to get rid of it if you can. So just like this, you're coming down super fast, but we're not going crazy on the airspeed yet.
Yep.
And now you're picking a point. You're like, all right, we got something out there. Let's see where we're doing. I mean, I'd look at that little guy right there. Almost looks like a landing strip. That's where we're going.
Okay, I'm going over there. And then I straighten out?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, straighten out.
The back half of this emergency is, picking that spot and trying to find a spot to land. But the initial is bank over and try to suffocate that fire right away.
Okay, and then simulating, you'd put the fuel pump off?
Fuel pump would be off. Your tanks would go to off. Your mixture would go to cut. Like you're just trying to cut all the fuel flow you can.
Yep, yep.
But for this sense, yes, I'm sure I'm leaving on because we're coming down.
Okay, looking at my altitude, make sure I don't get too low. 1,600. I'm going to level off at 1,200 at least, okay?
Yeah, that's fine. So you would have made that. I'd just put in the flaps and you'd have to, get it on down there.
Okay. And flaps would slow us down, right?
Yep, flaps to slow you down because you suffocated the fire, you did it turn out all the way down there, and now you're aiming for your spot. So,
okay.
There has to be a point where you kind of regain control of the aircraft in order to make a safe landing.
Okay. I'm going to regain control of the aircraft. Back up to 2,300.
Perfect.
Extra rich, fuel pump on. Okay.
All right, so let's do turns around a point.
Okay.
So let's find a good point out here. You can use a crossroad or like the crossroads in the trees out there where the dirt tracks are. I mean, it's up to you on how you want to pick your point.
Okay. Yep.
I said I was going to suggest if you do pick a point that is on your left side,
okay.
So the left side of the airplane, it's going to be easier for you to maintain your point. So on a check ride, if they, when they give you the option to pick your point, pick something that's going to be off your left.
Okay. So I'm going to pick this point just here, the crossroads. Sure. There's a little lake on the left side.
Yep, I see it.
Okay.
And then
so we're going to enter downwind. I'm going to make sure at about
And how are you verifying we're downwind?
I'm seeing a thing here, and I'm also seeing that our airspeed is slightly fast.
I was going to say your ground speed's faster than your airspeed, so that's how you know you're on a downwind.
Okay, so we're on a downwind, 2,300 RPM. We're at 900 feet, so I'm going to try and maintain 900 feet. The point, I'm a little bit close to it actually, but I'm going to try and do a bit of a steep turn and keep it on my wing.
So you want to try to just maintain 1,000 feet through and through?
1,000 feet, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to do a... There's this point in between here.
Yep. This little like
maintain.
T intersection.
And then we're going to shallow out a little bit.
There we go.
Got it. I've dropped 800. I'm going to pull up a little bit. Sorry, I'm just focusing on my altitude more than the
You're good.
The point
here.
Is.
So let's back out of this one. I'll take control for a second.
You have controls.
I want my controls.
That was too steep.
Yeah. So let me kind of show you something with the turns around a point. There's a way that you can make it like really easy on yourself.
Okay.
First things first, you pick a point that's extremely identifiable. So like I would have picked something like this right here, this perfect intersection.
Yep.
And then there's a fixed point, because then you'll have a nice reference off your wing of what you want. So I'll go ahead and reset us up. I'll do it off your side, so I'll swing us around on the downwind and then make that our entry off the left side. I like that you were already thinking forward in terms of like, okay, as we swing towards the north, get back into our headwind, the shallowing of the bank. And that's due to your speed. But you can also reference your point with that and kind of anticipate what it's going to do. So for example, like when you're in your turn, as the point moves further behind you, it's a steepen the bank. As it tries to move further in front, it's a shallow the bank. So you can kind of gauge how much bank you're going to need just based off of where that point is trending in reference to your wing.
And
so
the point I chose was probably a bit close to me, wasn't it?
It was a little bit, but it wasn't horrible.
It wasn't horrible, okay.
No, it's just, I think you kind of were a little bit, behind it at first, and then you sidestepped, but you just didn't sidestep enough of the point. So I'm going to get myself down. I'm going to use that intersection right there.
Yep.
I think that's the one I chose initially.
Yep, it was.
All right, so now I'm going to line myself up, get myself at 1,000 feet. There we go. So we're on downwind. Now what I'm doing now is I see this road and I'm referencing it to my wing. I'm going to wait to turn my point once that road crosses about the middle of my wing. So I'm going to, there it's underneath, 1, 2, 3. I bank into it and I should have my point right there.
Okay.
So now all I'm doing is trying to feel out what it wants to do. So there it's trying to kind of move forward on the wingtip. So I'm going to shallow that bank out just a tad as we go into the upwind.
Gentle stuff.
Yep, nice and easy.
And your eyes on there, or you?
Yeah, I'm going back and forth, back and forth.
Okay.
So we're going down just a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and increase that pitch, but my bank is going to stay the same.
And are you pitching to get up a bit, or are you powering to get up a bit?
I'm doing a bit of both. It's kind of a tandem.
Yep.
So you can kind of see that it's right on the center of that wing, and it wants to move forward as I get further and further into this slow upwind. You have to go super slow here because of the upwind is just wanting to keep you down there. So what you'll see as I start to move down into my downwind, it's going to want to speed right behind me. Oh, there it starts to go. Steepen that bank, because here comes our speed. And we're back on the downwind. There you go. So, your controls.
My controls. Should I do it on that?
Sure, yeah, go ahead. We're already kind of relined up for one, so go for it.
Okay. So I'm just gonna...
You can kind of also use these spacers as a reference. If, for example, say that one that, this road right out here. If you are just to the right of the column that you're following right now, it's a great distance.
Yeah. So I'm going to use this point here, the big crossroads.
That works.
1,000 feet.
The biggest thing with the entry is just to delay enough time to let that point get under your wing. Because if you are like, all right, I'm here, and then you bank over, but you realize as soon as you bank over, now that point's in front of you, you spend half the maneuver trying to catch up to it.
Sure.
All right.
Okay,
so here it comes.
I was going to do this one with the lake here.
I'll go for it.
Okay, just waiting for it to get through the middle now.
Yep, so don't go yet. Keep delaying, Okay. Let it pass underneath your wing.
3, 2,
1, 2, 3.
Oh. And it's going a bit high. In front of me.
75, you up?
Okay, it's getting a bit far in front, so I'm gonna...
Hold on. Firm, 75.
Hey, yo, you guys doing ground wrap over here?
Just a bit. We're doing some turns around a point.
Well, this is my swamp now.
Sir, you can't kick me out of this swamp. I have claimed residency.
What are you guys reading for wind speed over here?
17 knots. Well, no, it was 7.
Roughly about 17 from the north. Nothing too crazy.
Well then, we got 12 directly from the east over here.
Sounds like the avionics agree.
Leveling off. Okay, 11 from the east, whatever, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so, only thing with that, let's do one more.
Okay.
Why don't you sidestep us this way? We'll use another one of these points. And be even further to the right than you think you need. So start going back out that direction now.
Okay.
And be kind of right in the middle of this 2-road section.
Okay.
And you're going to use that one as your point.
Which one? This one here?
Yeah, this guy right there.
This big one or the next one?
The big one right here.
Big one.
So as long as you're in the middle of these two, this will be a good spot. And then you'll notice that you won't have to bank nearly as much in order to hold that point.
Okay.
So same thing with the entry. Delay the entry. And wait for it to pass under your wing and then count your 3 seconds. Because you saw even with those 3 seconds just before, you were still a little early. So,
okay,
hold on.
Beam my wing.
Now, 1, 2, 3, go. Boom. So even there, it was still a tiny bit.
If it gets ahead, I'm going to level.